What's up, Laker fans? Brandon Ingram has hit double figures in each of his last 10 games and has made some great strides as a scorer. Let's take a closer look at how he's doing it. His jumper in isolation situations has been money, with no move being more reliable than his hesitation pull-up. He puts Jamal Murray back on his heels here because he has to respect Ingram's driving capability. That creates space and it's an open look. I wanted to use this one to demonstrate an improvement in his shooting stroke. Just watch his arms on this one, don't follow the ball. We're going to slow it down by 10 times. His shooting stroke is finishing upward rather than forward the way it was for most of the year. Not only does this improve the arc of the shot, but it's a lot more difficult to bother with a contest. He's also been using this step back move to create space. Ideally, he'd plant his front foot and power back off of it, but he's not there yet. He tends to do a little hop instead. As he improves at this, he'll end up creating more separation. He's been good at his dribble pickups as well. Here he's going from a left-handed dribble into his shooting form, so he has to bring his shooting hand to the ball. He's done this dribble pickup efficiently off of crossovers as well. The Lakers have been going to Ingram in the post primarily when he has a size mismatch, and he's been taking full advantage. This is an area where his improved shooting stroke really shines through. He's been physically overwhelming these smaller guys as well. If he's having some success with this at 185 pounds, he's going to be a real handful when he gets bigger. He's shown a nice drop step move as well, which he used a lot in college. His main face-up move out of triple threat position has been this shoulder fake with the rip through while driving right. This is probably my favorite move of his. The notable part about Ingram's improvement in transition isn't the percentage, but the fact that he's getting more opportunities. He's getting out ahead of everyone on the break far more often than he was earlier in the year. He's also done some nice coast-to-coast work where he'll keep attacking the basket until someone stops the ball. He's been especially good at bumping defenders off of him without extending his off arm too far. This is another area where added weight will be advantageous, and it's the place where I think he compares best to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Although he tried to do it here against LeBron and just bounced off of him. Ingram's carried over that ability to create separation with the bump into his half-court drives as well. He's also been good at recognizing and attacking blown defensive coverages. Here, Okafor doesn't get in to contain on ice, and Ingram exploits it. I love this move here as Ariza goes to weak the screen and then Ingram rejects it and then cuts in front of Ariza to cut off his angle. But he's also making mistakes on these drives, most notably not extending and finishing with his left hand. Oftentimes he's bringing the ball back into the defender who's riding his hip. There are also times where he doesn't fully utilize his length. When he gets to this point, I'd like to see him explode off of one foot and extend. He's been okay against ball pressure, and that's how he got arguably his highlight of the year. There have also been times where he picks up his dribble a little too early and has to throw up a wild shot because he can't quite get there. There are a couple of issues that I noticed with him on his spot-ups. Let's take a look first at the ones where his feet are set. The ball is already out of his hands, but his elbow is still bent, meaning that he's releasing this early. That means he doesn't get the full benefit of the follow-through. He's pushing this shot rather than shooting it. These are small differences that are difficult to distinguish on TV, but here are a couple of examples of him releasing later in his stroke. But his shooting stroke changes when he has to step into his shot. He has to open up toward the ball to catch the pass, and now his right foot is behind his left foot. He has to step forward with his right foot in order to get into proper shooting position. But look at his shooting stroke now. He's finishing forward rather than up high, and he misses these long as a result. There's a shooting coach named Dave Hopla who always says, get your elbow past your eyebrow. This ensures that you have proper arc on your jumper, and you can see that Ingram doesn't do that when he has to step in. He also has a bad habit of backpedaling into his corner catch and shoot attempts. It's difficult to get your feet right when you do this. Here he runs forward into the corner spot and catches on the hop as he front turns. This is how it's supposed to be done. In terms of attacking closeouts, he's been fantastic at it all year, ranking in the 87th percentile in this respect according to Synergy. The problem is the frequency. Jamal Crawford closes out to the free throw line here, and Ingram still doesn't take the shot. He won't be able to attack many closeouts when guys close out this short. He's had a much tougher time on his pull-up jumpers off the pick and rolls, where he falls back into old habits. Here you can see him finishing forward rather than high, and it's a much easier contest. He also has a bit of difficulty squaring up for his jumper after moving left or right. When you're twisting in midair like this, it's best to kick your shooting foot out for balance, but he's late in doing that. His made jumpers off of pick and rolls have tended to be from up top, where he doesn't have to square up after going right to left or left to right. This is another issue of frequency rather than effectiveness. He's got a great feel for when to slip a screen and when to set it, but the Lakers don't take advantage of that nearly enough. But all in all, Ingram has made tremendous strides as a scorer over the last 10 games. And what's most encouraging is that most of those areas involve him creating his own shot. His biggest area for growth is his ability to knock down spot-up threes. If he can collect his feet while still finishing high, his three-point percentage is going to go up quite a bit. Alright guys, that's all the time I got for this one. I'll catch you next time.